Today on Seeing This.
And yeah, it looked like real cadavers. Like I don't know. I took classes in my anatomy class. Like we legit went to Cal Poly and checked out cadavers, and they legit looked like that. And it was nuts.
I mean, I've cut a brain open before.
From a dead body, correct?
Yeah, from Gertie.
Yeah, they're cadavers.
Not
her name was Gertie.
Hannibal
No, I
Lecter.
swear to God, we had Jerry and then we had Gertie, and they were cadavers that we got to work on, but we had to turn them back to UC Davis.
The cadavers, holy hell!
So we got to like open her brain up and like look at all of her stuff and structures. She had great structures in her brain. She was an amazing specimen.
No wonder you know everything, Erica. You've been inside of a brain.
I don't know everything. Stop saying that.
It's okay. Just own it. Just own it. It's fine. Welcome to Seeing This. I am the movie Mamba, Mike Ornelas, and it's pronounced Frankenstein. Joining me on the podcast today is the feisty, picey Erica McMullen.
Victor!
Also joining all of us, is the Gerber baby-faced assassin, Adrian Cedeno.
I mean, any companion? Would a dog do?
And that's all in reference to Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which we will be talking about today. We got the whole gang back. We're a full unit again. Feels good to see you guys. How are we doing? Life is beautiful. We're alive. We're breathing. We're trying to be like Victor and conquer everything we can to keep this pod going. We're coming up on a year here.
That's so crazy.
Pretty wild. Great job, guys. Congratulations.
Where are you taking us for our anniversary?
Shit, where are you guys taking me? You kidding me? But to stick on brand here, we're going to go into Frankenstein. But before that, we'll talk about what we've seen this week. I think there's been quite a few things. If you didn't already see our last week's episode, Adrian and I held it down and we talked about After the Hunt, which Erica, we missed you. I know. We really needed that female perspective. So hopefully it comes on your radar and you can check it out and let us know. But a lot of cool movies. I was off mic, Adrian. I was telling Erica about Silent Friend, the movie with the tree and the experiments and pretty much how they're communicating with us.
I'm so into that because one of my favorite like documentary kind of films to watch is Fantastic Fungi. Like it's just it's amazing to see just how amazing nature is, you know?
100%. So make sure to check out that episode if you guys haven't yet. Adrian gives us his top 10 ranking from AFI Film Fest. Some of the good ones I added to my watch list, so I hope to check them out. But for this last week, what have we seen? Let's kick off with you, Adrian. What have you seen this week?
The Man in the Basement. I saw it streaming on Hulu. Can you look it up for me, Mike? I don't have it ready, but it was our boy Dr. Dre.
Well, not Dr. Dre.
Corey Hawkins, is it?
Yep.
And Willem Dafoe. It was a good movie. Just came out not too long ago, but I watched it streaming on Hulu. It's supposed to be like a horror, but it's more like like a psychological thriller. It was really good.
The Man in My Basement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Corey Hawkins, Willem Dafoe, Anna Diop, directed by Nadia Latif. I remember.
Sorry, this is like definitely a Willem Dafoe positive pro podcast.
Oh, for sure.
Love that little gremlin.
I had just watched a quick behind the scenes making of the Florida Project, which Willem Dafoe is on.
Yeah.
It's about 25 minutes, and the making of made me cry. So if you've seen the Florida Project, like if you know, you know. But even the making of it, just like so fascinating to see how Sean Baker operates with his films and working with kids. And A24 had released it on their YouTube channel. I think it actually released back in 2018, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But check that out. That's not officially part of what I've watched this week.
You definitely see Willem Dafoe as like a little gremlin in this one. Like he gets naked, throws shit around. Like it's
He
good.
likes to whip it out, man. There's
Yeah, he
quite a
does.
few movies.
He does. He likes to whip
There's
it
quite
out.
a
He
few
likes to
movies.
tuck it back. He likes to do a few things.
He's got a lot of tricks. He's got a lot of tricks. Erica, what have you seen this week?
Well, obviously, the Great British Bake Off, they had the season finale.
We're at the finale. All right.
Yes. My First of all, this is no spoilers. Like you have plenty of time to watch it. But this is like one of the best bakers we've seen in a while. Just super consistent, really good baking style, super confident, just stunning. So congrats to her. And then my mom and I watched a movie called Significant Other.
Oh, okay.
Really intriguing. A lot of plot twists. Like there were a lot of like, oh shit moments. And like,
Mhm.
wait, what kind of moments?
What year?
Um
Do you know the year?
maybe last year.
There's a
It's
2020.
recent. It's like maybe within the past 2-3 years.
Okay, yeah, 2022.
Yeah.
They decided to take a romantic backpacking trip through the Pacific Northwest. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you'd
Really
recommend?
interesting. I don't know. I'd be very interested to see how you felt about that movie, Michael.
Okay. I mean, it says it's in the Pacific Northwest, and that's where I'm at. So
You know. Ugh.
any movie filmed up here, like just the scenery
Has
itself
to
is
I
be
great.
know
just as
that,
crazy
and
as
then like,
living there.
yeah.
I mean, listen, there's pockets like everywhere else,
Hey
you know.
man, I've heard stories.
Yeah, listen, I'm on the right side of the river now over in Vancouver, Washington.
Oh,
And listen, with that being said, Portland still doesn't need the National Guard, but we don't need to get into all that right now. I saw quite a few things this week, so I'll just go through them really quick. I went down a Kubrick rabbit hole trying to check off all the boxes and see all of his films. So there was a couple older ones I hadn't seen yet. His first feature film, Fear and Desire, came out in 1952. Wow. It's incredible to see where you can start and then who you can become, because this movie had a lot of issues on editing and the story. I compared it to like David Fincher's first movie, Alien 3, in the sense of like, after making that, how the hell did they become who they became?
Yeah.
So I wasn't a big fan, but that's all right. I saw,
but those were in the 50s, right?
I mean, but there's good movies. There's good movies from back then, for sure, 100%. I mean, I've been doing my whole every Best Picture, and I think I'm at like 1958, maybe. I'm at Hamlet, whatever Hamlet is at.
Okay.
So there's some good ones, but I also saw The Killing, 1956 Stanley Kubrick movie. This one was much better. It's very much like a noir. You see a lot of Kubrick as well as like Hitchcock. I feel like their movies kind of dance a lot as far as like passing the torch from Hitchcock to Kubrick. And The Killing, if you've seen The Dark Knight and you know the clown masks they do at the beginning bank, it had to have been inspired from this movie. Like there's a clown mask used in this, and it's pretty dope the way it looks. And an incredible final shot of the film. I'll just say that. So enjoyed that one. A couple others really quick. Die My Love, which is presented, I believe, by Mubi. Yeah, by Mubi. Is it Tubi or Mubi? Because Kubrick's, those two movies are on Tubi.
I think
And
there's
Mubi,
both of those exist. I think
there are.
Tubi
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see those Kubrick films I mentioned on Tubi, and Mubi presented Die My Love. That's a new Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson movie.
You saw it?
I did.
How did you? I need to know how you liked it.
So I would say if you've seen Mother,
Okay.
right? Darren Aronofsky's movie with Jennifer Lawrence. It's got a lot of those vibes. It's very surreal, not as surreal, but surreal. I compared it also to a movie called A Woman Under the Influence with Gina Rollins, and it deals with like mental health, motherhood, things of this nature. Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson get down. She wants it. She's crazed in that sense. And it's a good movie. It's one of those ones where I think it gets better upon rewatch. Like there's just so many different kind of like metaphor, allegory things happening. So you need more time to really like digest it. I do want to see it again. So I'd recommend that. I think you'd like it. You got to check it out. You got to check
I
it out.
just have been seeing
Adrian,
all
it
of
might
the
be too weird for you.
press that they've been doing together, and it's been like they have amazing chemistry and are just great friends. So it'd be interesting to see them, you know. They're two franchise babies, you know what I mean? Like they came out of and they are both very brilliant actors, so it's cool to see them
Hunger
finally come
Games and
together.
Twilight, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, he was in
I really
he was in Harry Potter and then Twilight, so he was already, like, riding off the fame of Harry Potter, got Twilight,
right.
and then she was with the Hunger Games, so, you know.
I really how I talked about I think what we've been watching in last episode. I told Adrian I saw Begonia, and the way her and Emma Stone, Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone are like best friends. I also
Mhm.
appreciate the way Jennifer Lawrence has gone on her career to do like weird shit and like not
Yeah.
continue to do franchise stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So definitely check out Die My Love. And then lastly, I saw at a screening last night The Running Man with Glenn Powell, Coleman Domingo, and Josh Brolin. Shout out to Anthony, who has Coleman Domingo stock. Does it go up or down? I think it breaks even. I don't know. He does a great job. The movie itself, wasn't my speed. It didn't really have the kind of continuity or tone consistency that I would hope for. But The Running Man, out now in theaters.
It's the Arnold Schwarzenegger remake, right? So I saw an interview where out of all the movies that have been remade, Arnold Schwarzenegger said this is the one movie that I actually wanted remade and redone because he felt like the special effects and stuff could have been done better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he gave the seal of approval. He said he enjoyed it and the action was great. If you've watched enough interviews and then watch, the movie they're talking about, you start to learn it's all a fucking marketing ploy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you tell me he doesn't have like some type of residuals off of that, like
maybe, but it's not actually a remake from The Running Man. It's more an adaptation from Stephen King's book. Like it's trying to be more true to the book. I haven't read the book, so I can't speak to how true it is. But yeah, it's got a message that's important behind it, but it's like struggling to decide whether it's a comedy or an action film. It's fun if you don't take it too seriously, but the movie itself takes itself too seriously versus, let's say, like an Idiocracy where it's like just full on satire and has an important message. But yeah.
Can I tell you something
yeah.
really funny?
Please.
My brother convinced my mom the other day to watch Idiocracy, and she hated it.
That's tough. I mean, I feel like that generation, it's not really for
Yeah.
them. It's like it's too silly.
I think she like
silly.
fell asleep halfway. She was like, "This is not for me."
We don't have time for a Starbucks. Yeah, for sure. Well, that's what we've been watching this week. Let's jump into Frankenstein.
Have you seen this?
Have you seen this?
Have you seen this?
I know, I've seen this. I know this.
Adrian, are you ready to read the
am.
letterbox description of Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein?
We got Frankenstein 2025, directed by Guillermo del Toro. Only monsters play God. Dr. Victor Frankenstein, a brilliant but egotistical scientist, brings a creature to life in a monstrous experiment that ultimately leads to the undoing of both the creator and his tragic creation.
So we've talked a little bit about Frankenstein, and to start off, as always, this will be a spoiler-free discussion to start. And we talked about it when we were talking Rocky Horror Picture, and my hot take was that Rocky Horror Picture Show is the best Frankenstein adaptation. Where does this one stack up for you, Erica? Spoiler-free, what did you think of this?
I loved it. I think I think the part of me that really appreciates it is because I really love kind of everything that Guillermo del Toro does. I don't think I've ever, like, not liked a movie by him. I knew as soon as I heard that he was gonna be the one behind it that we were gonna get great special effects, we were gonna get great prosthetic work, we were just gonna see really, really detailed and really gothic features throughout the whole film, and he delivered. So,
Happy to hear that.
yeah.
Frankenstein has kind of been his golden goat that he's been wanting to make since I think before he really started making films. Like it's right up his alley, no pun intended, to Nightmare Alley.
I think he said since he was a little boy, he wanted to do this.
Right. So it's great to see that he had an opportunity. And I think if you think of any contemporary director to make that film, he's the one that you would want to see. But Adrian, what did you think about Frankenstein?
I liked it. I did have a bunch of nitpicks, but I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed like how they dove into the science side, the anatomy a little more. I definitely dug that part of it for sure.
Any nitpicks you can share that aren't spoiler related, or are they all?
I just didn't like the way the creature looked. It reminded me of a old Robin Williams movie from 1999 called Bicentennial Man. The creature looked just like him as a robot.
So you don't
I
like
think
the
Yeah, I
creature
just didn't like
itself?
it. He looked like it. Yeah.
Fair enough. I got to see Frankenstein the first time at TIFF, so it's been over a month now. So I did rewatch it just before recording this pod to get a little refresher here. But I think the best way to start my thoughts is to introduce my guest for today. It is a guest I may have introduced in the past. He may have summarized my thoughts before. But if there's ever a guest that will be on repeat for me, it is Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. And he perfectly summarizes my thoughts around Frankenstein.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
Tough beat for Batman there. Tough beat for Batman. So I think Guillermo, a lot of his movies have dark tones to them, right? Undertones of darkness and heaviness. But it's not dark enough for me. And I think with the Frankenstein story, this came off very heavy-handed. Like he definitely wants you to, it's not a spoiler, it's the Frankenstein story, but he wants you to befriend the monster, like have empathy for the monster.
The creature.
Oh, sorry. Well, the monster, the creature. Okay, sorry.
The creature.
The creature. And he does it multiple times in multiple scenes where it's like, yeah, we get it. Like we're there. And I feel like it does feel a bit long for me. And I think maybe even the aspect of it being a period piece felt a bit drawn out as far as how long it felt.
I know a period piece.
You love a good period piece. and honestly, I'm sure you love like the costumes and the
You know what
design.
I think I appreciated the most though was the set. Like the set design team, how they structured things, how like just like the entire scene, just the whole laboratory that they end up being in, phenomenal. Like I think a lot of details went into this, but I do think I have to agree with you. It's like it's difficult because you want to make a movie that does highlight how empathetic you need to be towards the creature. But at the same time, it's like you said, it did get exhausting at some points.
Yeah, and I think the challenge there is that what's the age range that's watching this, right? Like a very like a under 13 may need that kind of hand holding to get the message across, but everyone else is like, yeah, we get it. And we're familiar with the Frankenstein story, right? as far as performances go, I think. Go ahead. What are your thoughts?
I think Mia Goth did so well.
100%.
I loved, like, exquisite, because every single time that she was on screen, I was like, "Yep, beautiful, loved it." Like, was very happy with her performance.
Did you catch that she plays two characters?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Did you catch that, Adrian?
No,
She's also
I didn't.
she's Victor Frankenstein's mom at the beginning
They
in the
just
red
kinda, like,
dress.
altered
Yeah,
some
They
of
yeah,
they
her
okay.
facial
they,
structures,
they
yeah.
adjust some of her face there on that. Yeah,
But
for
I
sure.
love that they did that. Like, I love, love, love that they did that. We can get into spoilers in a little bit, but I'll have to tell you, like,
I
why,
mean,
but
spoiler free. I think there's a level of like Freudian messaging, maybe
well,
even in
just
it.
like that,
As
well, that and, like, just, like, the symmetry between, like, the mother's love that he got and then the relationship he has with the
yeah,
creature, and how completely different, and how transparently it is exactly like how his father and his relationship was.
yeah.
So,
Mia Goth, I think, had the best performance and also got all the best lines. Like when I came out of TIFF, I remember saying she was born for this role. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Adrian, did you have a favorite performance?
Yeah, Mia.
Mia also? Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
yeah,
all
she
on
killed
board for
it.
Mia. Yeah.
I mean, I like Kristoff, my boy Kristoff. He never disappoints, but he was limited in this one.
Harlander? Yeah.
But I would say Mia, yeah, she definitely stole the show.
I think, unfortunately, the weak link, and I hate to say this because I love him, and I'm sure, Erica, you're going to get offended because you love him, but Oscar Isaac is really laying it on thick. Like, his performance is fine, but he's being asked to do like an English accent, which isn't natural, and he's really over the top with his performance, especially early on. It's more apparent, I think, as time goes, you kind of get used to it. But what did you guys think about Oscar Isaac?
I think my biggest problem is the like, kind of like, I mean, I guess, like you said, he's laying it on thick, but it's like the way he's telling his story, right?
Right,
And then
exactly.
you have the cat, he's gained sympathy with the story. So, like, I think that was the part that bothered me, of like how they made it seem like you were supposed to be sympathetic when, like, they've been shoving the empathy for the creature the whole time. So I think that that's where, I don't think his performance was bad, but I think it was hindered by kind of like how he was maybe supposed to be being. I don't know if that makes sense, of like, I think the
Sure.
direction for him was a little bit off.
I thought it was necessary because he played a pretty good psycho. Like it's showing him falling off the like his wheels starting to like jam up. You know what I mean? Like it's you see the progression, and you kind of notice that he's crazy the whole time. And that's the whole notion of Frankenstein, is like she's getting on you for saying the creature, because who's the monster is the whole premise of
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So I think his over the top acting was necessary only because he's playing an over the top character who's losing his mind. Like he has to be ultimately like eccentric and just bizarre. And that was necessary for him.
That's fair. I think the narration aspect, kind of like you alluded to, Erica, also made it a bit more difficult in A, the pacing, and B, um the way the performance came off, because there's a couple different narrators throughout the film, which we could dive into a little bit more with spoilers. But one other person we have to talk about is Jacob Elordi, who plays the creature. Adrian, you said you didn't like his aesthetic. Outside of that, the performance, did you buy it? What did you think?
I mean, it was a little soft for Frankenstein, if you ask me. Like he was like, one of my nitpicks was like how he's all of a sudden Dr. Doolittle and like talking to animals and stuff, you know what I mean? Like
Okay.
So little things like that bother me, but as far as like his performance was okay.
Mm,
All those prosthetics kind of drew away from like maybe his facial expressions and maybe some of
mm.
the real acting that he could have been doing. But I mean, it was enough for
Think that
me
might
for
have
Okay.
been
Frankenstein.
on purpose to have him a
Mm-hmm.
little bit inanimate in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't impressed, but like he did the job, you know what I mean? Like it was like,
Yeah.
okay, we have a creature, a monster, whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? Like
Oh, here we go.
I don't know, it's difficult because I've seen him in other things and I was hoping for a little bit more range and the fact that he is playing something. I don't know, maybe that kinda, like, goes into hand in hand with, like, them shoving the you have to be empathetic towards this creature. It's like, "Okay, we know, like, let the creature do the work, like, let his actions
Show not tell.
show that," and I don't think we
Yeah.
got enough of that. I don't think we got enough action from him in that sense.
Not
And
until well, because so I did hear Guillermo del Toro talk about it. Like he was definitely trying to get a he said she said kind of aspect to it, and that's where the narration and all that comes in. And I think that's where you feel the transition shift from his like who you feel sorry for, who you're
mhm,
sentimental towards, whether it's Victor Frankenstein or the creature.
right,
It
right.
you're not gonna feel that until it's his side of the story, you know what I mean?
Well, let me tell
Well,
you, I think maybe that's where the annoyance comes from, right? Because it is Frankenstein's story. So, like, who's your audience that you're really trying to reach with this movie? Because if your audience is, from 25 to 40, you might not need to do it this way. Like, you might not need to
right.
lay it on so thick to where, like, the moment Victor Frankenstein is on the screen and they're, like, trying to save him from the creature, like, I don't have any sympathy for him because I know the story. So I
Mm,
with that storytelling and the kinda, like, the pace of things and the laying it on thick, I really, really liked this movie, but that's probably, like, the biggest thing was, like, we didn't need it to be that that dense of a movie.
right. Well, let's get into spoilers so we can talk a little bit freely about some of the details. So, spoiler discussion starting now.
Spoiler alert.
To your point, Adrian, whose story is this, right? Is it Frankenstein or is it the creature? And I think the movie, I clocked it this time. It takes an hour before the creature is created, and it's an hour and a half before we get to the creature's story, and he becomes the narrator, right? So
Yeah.
we're an hour and a half in a movie with Dr. Frankenstein's story and narration
An
before
hour and
it's
a half out of a 2.5 hour movie.
right, right. I
Right,
remember when I watched
right.
it at TIFF, I was like, oh, dude, we're still in part one. Like, we're still in chapter one, and like,
Mhm.
we've been here for a minute. And I think, like, the way it starts, we're led to feel empathy for Victor because his dad's a dick. Shout out Charles Dance. A lot of people from Game of Thrones popped up in this movie. I always appreciate seeing those guys pop up in movies. But his dad was like a dick to him. His mom dies, and we're supposed to have this empathy. But as soon as we see Oscar Isaac kind of take over as Victor as an adult, there's no real redeeming factors with him,
Mm.
so it's hard to really root for him. It's hard to really have empathy for him.
I mean,
I,
the only time I felt any kind of empathy for him, we're in spoilers,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when his brother dies and he like kisses him on the forehead, like I felt some empathy, but at the same time, like, dude, you were trying to get at your sister, your brother's old
Wife.
lady, like,
Yeah.
yeah, like fiance, like you're not a good dude. But
And
I
that
Right.
mean,
was like after the fact that she explains how disgusting she feels towards him. You know what I mean? Like the way he approached life was so wrapped up in trying to create it instead of like appreciating it, where
Mm-hmm.
her whole aspect is appreciating the beauty of life. So it was, yeah, he was not a good person.
No,
She did
and
kind of lead him on though. Let's be honest. She did kind of like she told him like when she's trying to do the confessional. Like she did it in a like flirtatious kind of way, and then she even went with him to go like hang out and party the rest of the day. You know,
it's that fine line, right? I mean, it has
right?
a little of that after the hunt energy that we
Yeah,
talked
yeah,
about
yeah.
last week, right? As far as like, you being flirtatious or giving that kind of energy doesn't imply that all goes, like it doesn't imply that like, oh, she's interested in him. I'm sure. I mean, Agent, you've been married a long time, so I'll leave
Right,
you out of this.
right.
But
But it fed his emotions and
sure,
his, for her.
sure. But I think she
But
also go ahead.
because he was so selfish, like it's all reflected back in how
Yeah,
selfish he is.
Right,
He wanted
right.
that
And she
love for
and she
himself. He wanted to create
because
life
he was a
for
broken little
himself.
boy.
Yeah.
and she definitely also gave clear her clear thoughts about him off the bat, right? She's like laughing
Mhm.
at him about this project that he has.
Yeah.
He's trying to make a move on her later on, and she's like, just because you believe there's a connection doesn't mean it's true. Like she had so many great lines in this
Yeah.
movie compared to everyone else. So fair enough in that regard. There was some flirtation leading on, but it was also definitely clear like she's not about it, and she's fucking married to his
To
brother.
his little brother. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a tough beat for him. Like we talked about, the movie has the narration, and with it opening up with like these guys stuck in like an ice sheet in their ship, which again, kudos to Guillermo to build out that ship. Apparently they made that ship like from scratch, and which is great. But then like the environment they're in looks like the volume out of the Mandalorian, right? Where it's just like images that surround them. And I think that's the biggest problem I had, or challenge I had, is the practical effects. Like everything that was practical was fantastic. But then
Yeah.
some of the CGI just looks so distinctly different. Erica, you said you liked the CGI. Did you feel that it went into the theme of
Maybe
the
not so
story?
much
Or
the CGI, but like I think he just does a really good use of like the weather. Maybe not so much like the snow, but like the rain, definitely, the lightning, the storm, kind of like that whole sequence of things happening. Just seeing how it like illuminated the laboratory and where he was collecting things and trying to do that. And then having it done all after what's his last out what's his name? It's the H. I kept forgetting it throughout
Harlander?
yeah, Harlander.
Harlander.
Christopher Waltz character, Harlander, yeah.
But like all of this after, and we should make a public service announcement. If you're not into gore in films, there is quite a few, and like if you're not comfortable with medical slicing and anatomically,
Sure.
don't watch this film. There was a lot of that. Like, I think I appreciated that stuff a lot as well, like the effects behind
For
that
sure.
as well, just seeing how accurate they got it, I guess.
Yeah, it looked like real cadavers. Like I don't know, I took classes in my anatomy class, like we legit went to like Cal Poly and checked out cadavers, and they legit look like that, and it was
Right.
nuts.
I mean, I've cut a brain open before.
I from a dead body, correct?
Yeah, they're cadavers.
Not Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal
I swear to
Lecter.
God, we had Jerry and then we had Gertie, and they were cadavers that we got to work on, but we had to turn them back to
You
UC
named the
Davis.
cadavers, holy hell.
So we got to like open her brain up and like look at all of her stuff and structures. She had great structures in her brain. She was an amazing specimen.
No wonder you know everything, Erica. You've been inside of a brain.
I don't know
Incredible.
everything. Stop saying that.
It's okay. Just own it. It's fine. But yeah, like even when he does that first presentation, right, where it's like that half body and it's like comes to life, like that all looked great. I thought a lot of it looked really good.
It just gives me like Hellboy vibe.
It gave me like RoboCop,
Sure. It's
Darth Vader kind of vibes, you know?
Oh yeah, like when he like is finally to his body and prosthetics.
comes to life from Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, and I mean Guillermo del Toro has talked about it a lot. You know, he's obviously Mexican and raised Catholic, so there's no surprise that when the creature is lifted, he's like pretty much on a cross,
On a crucifix.
on a crucifix, right?
Mexican American.
Does a lot of the symbolism from Catholic lore. Let's do our Commodus Scale. Adrian, where are you going with it?
I'll go up.
Thumbs up from Adrian. Erica, what do you got? Thumbs up. God,
I know it's hard. I think
I'm like
yeah. I
it's
knew
like
it was
it's
gonna
like
be hard
it's an
for
even
you.
positive. It's like even plus.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
even
like you're
plus
happy
because
that
again,
you've
like
seen it, but it's not something you're gonna like want to watch multiple times. Maybe in like another 5 years, you'll maybe.
I mean, I did watch it multiple. I did watch it multiple times for the sake of the podcast, but it's a perfectly fine film that definitely will have a fan base. And if you like Guillermo del Toro, you're gonna like this movie, right? I think we've had such a long relationship with him at this point that it's like, oh, okay, so I've seen this as far as style, as far as script, as far as empathy for a creature or monster. So I'll go even plus. I'll go even plus. and say that it's
That's
worth
not
watching. It's worth
on the Commodus scale.
yeah, you know, it's our own scale. You know, we can make it that way.
So what? They just like chop off a foot or something instead of killing him?
Yeah. It's like not today, but soon you'll die. Yeah. Yeah, but it's on Netflix. So if you got this far and you haven't seen it, you know what a brave soul you are. But
it is a little fluffy, you know. I felt
it's
like
a little fluffy. That's a good way to put it.
I think the last like 40 minutes, my daughter was listening to me watch it, and it wasn't anything like I felt like, oh hey, you can't watch this, or hey, go out there. Even some of the scenes like where he's cutting through like legs and stuff, she was just like, but that was it. Like she was able to handle it, you know.
Right. Like it's not scary by any
No.
means.
No.
Like there's a lot. It's a lot more emotional. It's like an emo Frankenstein.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah. The creature is fluffy, you know.
yeah, it's the Breakfast Club of Frankenstein movies. You know, talking out
Like
the
I said,
feelings.
he becomes Dr. Doolittle and has pure heart to speak to the animals.
Well, to be clear, he's not speaking to the animals. He just a deer isn't afraid of him or an elk until it gets fucking shot. And outside of that, like he defends.
And then the rats.
I mean, bro, if you're in a spot like that, rats will come up to you. Talk to our buddy Randy. Shout out Randy. He's had a pet rat for ages.
I can't.
Willard, come on.
Yeah. But yeah, and I think just like even the ending is so like, oh, Victor dies in order to kind of like resolve his soul and his, you know, they talk it. The fact the narration just drives me crazy. The fact that the creature is there, just like walking in a circle, talking for presumably an hour because he's telling them his story, and everyone's just sitting there listening. Fucking Victor's dying. Like, that was tough.
I did get a little worried. Like 2.5 hours in, I'm like, oh shit, they might be a part 3 to this, like the third act. Like he gets a companion, and you know Frankenstein actually makes her the bride of Frankenstein or something. Like
I thought that's the direction they were gonna go.
Bro, just
wrap it up.
Take the dog. Take the dog, man. Your life will be way easier.
Let's get into our double feature pairings. What would you recommend, Erica, to pair with Frankenstein?
I'm gonna go with Crimson Peak. I don't know. Have you guys ever seen that
Crimson
movie?
Peak? I have not.
You haven't seen it?
Is it a volcano story?
Sure, Adrian, I know for a fact you will not like that movie, but I don't know if you would like it either, Michael.
I have it on my watch list. Apparently, it's also Guillermo del Toro, correct?
Yes, it's also Guillermo del Toro. It's a very kind of like same thing of how this movie is. It's a very specific fan base. I think it is. I should have maybe thought of putting it on our underrated like Halloween horror movies because I think it is overlooked quite often. Um, Great performances all around. I wish Mia was in more films. I love her as an actress. I wish I saw her in more. But I would recommend that one.
So Crimson Peak, that is Erica's recommendation for double feature 2015 Guillermo del Toro.
And like Tom Hiddleston makes a hot ghost. So
you got my girl Jessica Chastain in it as well. And Adrian,
she is terrifying in that film. She does a great job.
And it's your boy Charlie Hunnam as well in that, Adrian.
Hot. Good for him looking like that.
Adrian, what would you recommend? Or Erica, you got something else? Go ahead.
Yeah, I have one more thing to say. That whole cast is hot. Like the whole, like, good for them.
Mia Wasikowska? Did I say her name right?
I don't know. I never know how to say her last name, and I don't want to mispronounce it because it deserves to be said the right way. But that's why I just said Mia, but stunning. She's a great actress.
Leslie Hope, Jim Beaver, Bern Gorman. Yeah. Well, Crimson Peak. If you like Guillermo del Toro, if you like the aesthetic, it looks like it's kind of that energy. Yeah. Adrian, what do you recommend?
So still fluffy and light. Like I said, the only thing that bothered me about the movie was really like the look of the monster. And so I'd recommend Bicentennial Man just so that people don't think I'm crazy and you see the actual robot Robin Williams plays. It looks exactly like this guy right now. So I would go with that. It's a similar concept like Pinocchio, a robot. A family like buys a robot and they like over the years the robot starts to develop emotions and stuff like that and want to become like a real person. So similar to Pinocchio concept.
And Robin Williams, you can't go wrong with Robin Williams. And it was directed by Chris Columbus.
1999, right?
Made Erica's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, made Home Alone, made Chamber of Secrets, Mrs. Doubtfire. I mean, Christopher Columbus is a legend in his own right, for sure. I'm going to go with another Guillermo movie, and I'm going Pan's Labyrinth. I think this was actually my introduction to him. I was in Spain studying abroad at the time when this came out, so it like really hit because we were learning about Spanish culture and the Civil War, which is when Pan's Labyrinth takes place. So it's always really stuck with me and put him on the map for me as someone to look out for moving forward. It's just crazy to think now, like, what is it? When did that come out? That would have been
like 2007, 2008.
I mean, it's almost, I think it's 19 years ago.
Yeah.
Which is just fucking crazy. Like, what is time? 2006. Yeah. So 19 years ago. Maybe we'll do it next year for 20th anniversary. We'll see. But yeah, Pan's Labyrinth, incredible creatures. And I think what I appreciate about that period of Guillermo is like he's telling a historical event and like fictionalizing it in fantasy, which I think I appreciate a lot more.
I think I'd like to see Guillermo del Toro do a movie about the Fae. I think that he would do it justice. I think like kind of how we're talking about like prosthetics and the aesthetic that he gives off. I think he would do really well at that. Sorry.
You said which movie? Sorry.
Like a movie about the Fae or like the fairies and goblins and all that kind of stuff. I think.
I feel so lost. I don't even know what that is.
Okay. Let's just move on.
You said the Fae?
The
Is that
Fae.
what you're saying?
Yeah. Fairies, elves, creatures.
Like English lore, you know?
Like folklore.
Yeah.
Folklore. Okay, I understand folklore. I never heard of it as the Fae, but I'm just not in the loop, I guess.
Okay, good. Don't make any deals with them. Unless you're prepared.
Like the real one, like the real fairies or what?
Yes.
I see. Okay, you sound like you can't talk about it. You got an NDA.
Don't step into a mushroom circle. Haven't you ever seen Coraline? It's like literally all about the
I
film.
haven't.
Sir.
What's that movie with Dakota Fanning too? It's all about that.
All I know is Labyrinth and fucking homeboys bug spraying them.
No,
It's
she's
like, oh,
the
what
voice.
are you doing?
She's the voice of Coraline. I'm like
Oh,
almost.
so
I
you're
think
talking
that's
about the
Dakota
same movie.
Fanning.
Coraline is voiced by Dakota Fanning.
I am full
Way
of
to go.
knowledge.
You've been inside a brain. I tried telling you. I tried telling you. All right, let's get to drafting stock here. It's been a while. Hopefully this doesn't kick you out, Erica.
I
Don't
hope
mind
I
this
go
ad that's
first.
just up here. Can I get
I
rid of
hope
The
this?
I
Watchers
go
is the one I was
first.
talking about with all the fairies and stuff.
How do I get rid of this ad? Close. There we go. Nope, still there. Okay, well.
No one
tough
cares.
shit.
Just click
Here
the
we go.
button.
All right. Drafting first.
I hope I go first.
That's some bullshit, dude. That's some bullshit. All right. Drafting second.
This is fixed.
And that would be me. So that leaves Adrian to close us out with the drafting of stock.
Surprise.
Tough beat. We haven't drafted since one battle after another. So, can't say it's too rigged. I don't think.
It's very much
Okay.
rigged.
Actually, I think it was the same order last time.
It was
Because
the same order
Erica
last time.
threatened to take PTA, but she didn't because she's a generous soul. And she got kicked off after the wheel. So great to see you didn't get kicked off this time. Here you are.
Yay!
Who are you taking? I already
Mia.
know. Let me start writing it
Yeah,
down.
Mia. Just go ahead and
Let me
type
just
that
start
girl right
writing
on
it
my
down.
list. Yeah,
That's a great pick.
it was a great performance. I've seen her in many other things before this. Loved her in that as well. She does a good job. I'm really excited to see like where her career goes.
Yeah, I mean she's got a bright career ahead of her. It's crazy to think that she, relatively speaking to the rest of the cast, she's kind of her and maybe Jacob are like the newer cast members as far as like Hollywood fame. But she's definitely a staple in the industry now. So yeah, great pick. All right. So I usually go with the director when there's a big name available or someone that I like. And I think I'm not going to do that this time. Though I wasn't a big fan of his performance per se in this movie, I think Oscar Isaac is going to be around for a long time. He's going to make great movies. Everyone loves Oscar Isaac. Everyone loves Oscar Isaac. So I'm going to go with him.
Doesn't
Oscar
help
Isaac
that
as
he's
my-
pretty to look at.
Yeah. So what'd you think of that bum shot? Big fan?
Hot.
Did you pause
Good for
it?
him.
What'd you do? Good
Loved
for
it.
him.
Good for him.
Got
Do
it.
what you gotta do,
Rewind.
man. You got it, flaunt it.
Yeah. Adrian, who are you drafting?
We're gonna go with my boy Christoph Waltz.
Would you have taken him
right off?
Would you have taken him first pick if you got first pick?
Yes.
Yeah, I probably would have.
Yeah. I think we all got who we wanted. I mean, I might have taken Mia, but yeah.
Mia did excellent, but I can't pass him up.
For sure. That's fair. That's
How
fair.
gross was it?
And
when he
unfortunately,
picks up his head and his half his
the back
brain
of his head.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Tough
He's
beat.
like, damn it.
I will say I was surprised he died. I say relatively early, but an hour into the movie he died, and that was the last we saw of him until we saw his cadaver body later on.
That would have been a twist I wanted to see. Would have been like, okay, he falls, he dies. Like, let's put his brain in there, and his spinal column.
Well, that's what he wanted, but his brain got
right.
splattered also. So.
Right. So having him be the one chasing Victor Frankenstein and trying to kill him would have been.
But there wasn't even that much action to that point. You know what I mean? Like, there is some.
Oh my God, when he rips that guy's arm off. Sure. That was dope.
Yeah, tough beat. It sucks that it happens to just these guys that are stuck on a ship.
Yeah.
This tough beat for them.
Who, don't
so since we're at the end of the podcast, can I tell you what else was a pet peeve of mine?
You could have told
Why
us
are these wolves so damn vicious, dude? They made these wolves seem like they were freaking ready to manhunters. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
he
yeah.
just like peels the skin off of one, and that kills it.
That was pretty gnarly. I mean, that was pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, listen, wolves hunt in packs. They're hungry, assuming they're not getting a lot of
Yo,
food.
I got
out
a
there.
husky. She's not that mean.
Yeah, well, it's
Promise.
not a wolf. Take it easy. Thank you
Wolf.
guys for listening. You what? That's what I said.
Say it again.
Wolf? She's not a wolf?
You said
Woof, woof.
wolf the first time.
Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to follow us across all our socials at Seen This Pod. You can also email Erica so she can give you her ASMR at seenthisemail
That's right. I
at
forgot. I promised
gmail.com.
that. I gotta figure out how to do that.
Yeah. We'll work it out.
I'll just send you a bunch of voice messages, and you can figure out how to do it. You know.
Well, we'll put that. We got to do a premium though, Patreon. So stay tuned. A lot of big things coming. Speaking of which, we've got merch on the way just in time for the holiday season. Should be available November 21st. So make sure to follow us across everywhere to stay updated to that. Each of us have a design as well as many other things that you can choose from. Plenty of options. So stick around for that. Thank you guys for commenting, and subscribing to become a part of our tribe. It doesn't work the same if I say passive. Like, comment, subscribe, be a part of our tribe. And until next time, stay safe.
Peace.